Right, so there was this libertarian fellow named, he has a radio program in Honolulu, I guess, called the Matt D Show, and I saw him debate Sam Cedar, who annihilated him, and then I listened to his radio program the day after. And his thing, he doesn't seem to understand his point that he was pushing, that I thought I would explain a little bit about, was why should he have to pay his hard-earned money to Social Security? If the government takes 6.8% or whatever, 9%, why can't you just do that yourself, and can't it be up to you? It's his hard-earned money. Okay, so I thought I would explain a couple things. First of all, there's a value system judgment. You see, libertarians don't seem to understand that. Often they're like, well, there's winners and losers in investment, but why can't you invest your 6.9%? Maybe you're a loser, but that's freedom. They don't care what the outcome is, in the sense that whatever the outcome, it is just. If it looks bad, they would think that's just emotionalism. They don't consider that pragmatism of like, well, that's a bad outcome, because they think the government is saying they know better how I should invest my money. Well, no. Because one, Social Security is not an investment. Young people pay for old people. It's more of an agreement, right? And two, unlike regular investment, the winner and loser thing, it just has people that get the agreement fulfilled. So it's entirely different, because the society is not betting, Mr. Libertarian, that it can invest better than you. It's betting that overall, socially, it will be a more stable society, right? So that's the first thing, is that there's an outcome-based judgment. Because before Social Security, something like 2/3 of the elderly were in poverty. Someone double-check that. That's just totally off memory. It was not good, though. I will stick with it. Was not good. So that's one comparison. Right now, a lot of people use Social Security. You could say, oh, well, it's because you stole their 6.9%. But before Social Security was around, we had a lot of homeless elderly people. And we didn't like that. Okay, but the other thing I would like to say is, let's think about that money, Mr. Libertarian. Here is money. Right? Where does it come from, Mr. Libertarian? That's right, the government. It even says on it that it's a treasury note. In God we trust. Treasury note. That's the U.S. Treasury. Okay, and then you get it, Mr. Libertarian. You could put your value somewhere else. Why is money worth so much, Mr. Libertarian? Well, I'll tell you why. It's because of China. You see, if China comes and invades our government, then this is worth nothing. So, your God-given right to what you consider an absolute representation of value is worth nothing in that case. So what we do is, the government has certain... Oh yeah, and if that happens, you're sad. No. Into a frown. No. Okay. So I think this is a fair deal. Money. The government invents and backs it. It fights China so that our investments are sound. That way, if you had a cash investment and just saved your 6.9%, it's worth nothing if China invades and nationalizes the banks with this government. So as a result, for this deal, so that you could be happy, the government takes a little tiny bit of this. And it gives it to old people. And why does it do that? Because you are becoming old. It's an agreement between you and yourself. Got it?